Palm Sunday is one of those days that perhaps many people look forward to every year. It is, of course, the beginning of Holy Week, commemorating as well Jesus' triumphal entry into Jerusalem and serving to remind us that Easter is just a week away. My childhood memories of Palm Sunday were maybe a mixed bag. It was always kind of neat to get that palm at church and take it home and put it up behind a crucifix or some other holy image. On the other hand, I always knew it would be a long Mass and would be standing up for a long time during that Passion narrative. As a priest, of course, Palm Sunday weekend is a little bit different. It starts making sure that we have the palms in place for people, and it ends by packing our containers of holy oil, cleaning them up, getting them ready for the Chrism Mass, which happens in Little Rock tomorrow. That's the Mass when the bishop blesses and consecrates the oils to be used in various anointings over the next year. In between, of course, we have the Palm Sunday liturgy, and we have, again, that Passion reading that we just proclaimed. This year it's taken from Mark's Gospel. One line that the priest says is the Aramaic words of Jesus, Eloi, Eloi, lema sabachthani, my God, why have you forsaken me? We can at first read these words as the painful cry of a man experiencing great torment and anguish. And certainly Jesus did experience great pain during the crucifixion. At the same time, that cry from the cross is quoting Psalm 22, the responsorial psalm from today's Mass. Faithful Jews would have known that psalm very well, including many of the verses that we heard with it today. All who see me scoff at me. They mock me with parted lips. A pack of evildoers closes in upon me. They have pierced my hands and my feet. I can count all my bones. And they divide my garments among them, and for my vesture they cast lots. Yet even as the psalm seems to be at its darkest moment, the tone shifts. But you, O Lord, be not far from me. O my help, hasten to aid me. I will proclaim your name to my brethren. In the midst of the assembly, I will praise you. The psalmist expresses hope in God, even in a very dark moment. By invoking that psalm, Jesus is telling those gathered around the cross, and is telling us today, that while his experience on the cross involves the negative elements of that psalm, such as people mocking and scoffing, evildoers around him, pierced hands and feet, his garments having been divided, and lots being cast for them. Even as all of that happens, more importantly, he is saying that the Father is not far from him, and that he maintains the hope that is expressed later in that same psalm. While we may never face something as horrible as a literal crucifixion, we will undoubtedly have challenging moments, perhaps even moments that test our faith and tempt us to ask whether God has forsaken us. When such things happen, remember instead to use those later words from the same psalm. But you, O Lord, be not far from me. O my help, hasten to aid me.